Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot Readings, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So today is your May 2017 general tarot forecast. So let's have a look what's coming in for Pisces in May. Universe Spirit, show me what's coming in for Pisces. Show me Pisces. What's coming in May for Pisces? Show me Pisces. What's coming in May for Pisces? Show me Pisces, Sun and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun and Rising signs. Pisces, Sun and Rising signs for the month of May 2017. Show me. Alright, so we're going to split the deck into three, Pisces. And we are going to... It's getting a bit dark really, and I should really have my ring light on, but I have to go all the way over to the other side of the room. Bloody nightmare. Right, so firstly I do... Firstly, I do the first layer of the reading and say what I see there, and then all right, okay. So the month of May 2017, the main focus for the month will be on the moon. And this is, I believe, some people read this as Cancer, but Cancer is Chariot. So I always read this as a Pisces individual. And I feel that there's going to be a lot of stuff you guys are going to need to kind of get some clarity on. Because that's what the moon card is really. It's where you see things in one way. Things look a certain way by the moon, but in another light they might look completely different. So the moon card is the less clear copy of the sun card, if you think about it. If you think about the sun and the moon together, the sun card serves everything up perfectly clearly, but the moon card, there seem to be some hidden depths, and the focus could be on enemies, the focus could be on things that you're not sure of, but also the moon card, when it's in its nicest form, it's about beautiful, deep emotions. It's about dreams. It's about the manifestation of a dream. And I feel that some of you guys are feeling. And I think that this might be a little bit of a love reading. I know that I do a lot of love readings for the channel, and I don't really. I mean, I just look at how the cards make me feel, and I feel that there is a very sort of deepening emotion. But I also feel with the moon card in the month of May 2017, Pisces, that there is something that you need to find out, because the moon often means secret as well. So the focus for the month might be on a secret. It might be on the need to resolve a situation that you don't really have much clarity on. That's because the root issue seems to be possibly about love. Page of Cups. Now the Page of Cups, be careful with these pages, especially when you get a Page of Cups, because the cups are about emotions and they're passive energies. So sometimes when you get the Page of Cups, it could be the waiting for a message as well. There are two cards in the tarot. I mean, I usually read it as three cards in the tarot. Page of Swords, Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles. If we're looking at them in terms of messengers, a lot of people will read the Page of Swords as a message that comes quickly along with the Page of Wands, because they're active energy, whereas the Page of Cups and Page of Pentacles are passive energy. So sometimes when you look at messages coming to you from the Page of Cups, it can mean that something is a slow build, or something's taking time to you know, to show itself to you. So it might be that there is a message some of you guys have been waiting on. For example, with this Page of Cups, this can be somebody who's been flirting with you, for example, in the month of May 2017, and maybe as a result of that in the present, you're not too sure of what this person's motives are. Alright, because the best case scenario in the month of May 2017, Pisces, is the Magician. So it could mean that this person's a little bit of a, I'm not going to say a liar, but they're not completely honest, or there's something about them that, you know, there's a little bit of an illusion. I don't like moons and magicians together. I really don't like them, because there's a very illusionary feel to both of those cards. So it's almost saying to me that something's not quite real, or something's not quite honest in a situation. And I feel that there is a lack of honesty that some of you guys are going to need to kind of work out exactly what the hell it is that's going on here. As a result of this Page of Cups, there could have been an invitation maybe. Root issue could be an invitation. Page of Cups also means an invitation to love. And it might be as a result of that. Some of you guys with the Seven of Pentacles are needing the time to ponder this. Because the challenge is this Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is a card about being trapped, mental entrapment. So it could mean that by your very thoughts, it won't allow you to see past whatever it is that you feel is not right about this situation. I do feel that some of you guys feel in the month of May 2017, Pisces, that there's a situation that potentially isn't 100% right, or it lacks any type of clarity to it. And I think it's the heart of the matter you're really wanting to get to. In the immediate future, this is you guys, Queen of Cups. Even though Queen of Cups is usually seen as a Cancer or a Scorpio individual, we can read this as Pisces because you're water. There will be the need for you guys to delve deep into your intuition, all right? Because what you've experienced is the King of Wands. And I'm reading this as a person. So I feel that this is a person that's around you. They're coming in. But I think it's somebody that you already know. And I think that this King of Wands is actually this Page of Cups. This is the person that's been communicating with you on an emotional level, all right? We're going to get what's coming up with him in a moment. And this is the person I feel that you've been pondering what their offer is in the month of May 2017. So what is their, you know, what is their actual motive, for example, I feel could be one of the things that you're pondering. It's only because you're so much in your own head with that Eight of Swords. Okay, now the challenge could be that this person is trapped. Eight of Swords also means a prison. But what is it that they are trapped by? Well, the external situation shows the Ten of Pentacles. So this is a family situation here. It could be the one of you is married, for example, Pisces. So, or you're in a very long-term relationship. So for some of you, it could be you, it could be the other person, long-term relationship. And that's why it's feeding through to the Moon card in the present situation. Lack of clarity, because potentially there's another person on the horizon, Page of Cups, making eyes at you, flirting with you, and you're kind of pondering, is this something that would be worth kind of going for or investing my time into? Because the best case scenario is, sometimes this magician can show up and can say, well, it's going to be a flash in the pan, it will be an affair, for example, the magician card. Best case scenario is, well, maybe I could make something happen here, or maybe this person's not telling me the truth, or maybe this is a little bit of an illusionary type of thing going on. You'll need to feed into your intuition in the immediate future with that Queen of Cups, because this person is very, and this person, if you look at him and you look at her, she's trying to decipher what the hell to do with the situation. Queens always go back to knowledge, all right? They're knowledgeable people, okay? She's water energy, so she'll derive knowledge from how she feels. And you can see this King of Swords, well, he's fire, he's all fire. He's very passionate, and he's looking right directly up at this Queen. So there's somebody who's watching you, Pisces, and they're very interested in pursuing something with you. Your hopes would be for the world. And the World card is a successful conclusion to the situation. The outcome is, I feel, with this King of Swords, you guys are using your heads rather than your hearts in this situation. Let's get some clarifiers up here. We're going to get with the Ten of Pentacles first, what's going on. Now, as I say, when we pull out the clarifiers, when we pull out the additional cards, they'll act as, for me with clarifiers, the secondary cards will say why the first card is occurring, or it'll add like it's a combination, so I'll formulate a sentence from that. So we're going to see what's coming up for the Ten of Pentacles in the external factors firstly. Right, so I feel that there is a relationship here, and we've got a mother as well. Queen of the Empress is showing with this Ten of Pentacles. So this could be the external factors. This King of Wands, I feel, is showing here. And I feel that it's this person here who has the relationship. Long-term relationship, possibly there's a mother, there's children, or there's all that stuff there with the Empress energy showing here. Okay, because the Ten of Pentacles is usually a card about a family situation, a long-term relationship, a marriage, for example. And the Empress is usually a mother figure, okay? Somebody who has, you know, pregnancy, you know, she's runs a home, you know, it's a really nurturing home. So it might be that there is a good relationship here externally, which is why in the present situation we've got the Moon showing up here. And let's get what the Moon is about. And the Nine of Wands, okay? So I feel that as a result of this, we have, in the present, the focus for the month is on agitation. Because the Nine of Wands is a card that says, you know, when you get nines, it's at the boiling point. The Nine of Wands is a card about severe agitation, severe kind of, I'm really getting agitated. This person here on the Nine of Wands, they've been hurt. There's a lot of battle scars that come in with this guy here, but he's still holding his own there. But he's feeling very, very agitated. He's feeling very, very weary. He's feeling very on his guard. And it might be that you're on your guard around the moon energy here. It might be the moon is making you feel on your guard, okay? Because the moon is all about secrets. So you've got, and if you look at the guy on the Nine of Wands, I always look where he's looking, and he's looking over at the moon energy. So for me, this person here is very nervous, okay? He's nervous of how long, maybe, this thing can continue for. How long can this difficult, very kind of up and down, emotional roller coaster of a situation continue for, because the root issue or the external factors are showing a very stable family and a mother type showing up around this family, and therefore as a result of that there's a lot of angst, and well, how long can this continue for? It's making me very angsty, this situation is, because the root issue is this Page of Cups. And let's get the Page of Cups energy here. Well, I feel that this is a flash in the pan relationship personally. The Page of Cups means, emotional naivety, but it's also a card that's very kind of like something emotionally starting to develop. I feel that with this Ace of Wands, though, it's more kind of a sexual flash in the pan type of thing. So I feel that this is like really kind of, emotionally naive. I'm just going, because with both cards represent, even though the Page of Cups is a number 11 energy within the tarot, numerically, it's not a numerical card, that's the thing. So the pages, therefore, are naive cards. They're about being young, and they're about kind of not having much experience. And with the Page of Cups, this person emotionally is not experienced. And with the Ace of Wands, this is right at the start of a situation. So when you get a wand, it's like a number 1 within the tarot. It's like a 0 to a 1 within the tarot, okay? And it looks like a number 1, okay? So we know with an ace, something passionate might be starting up, but it's just a flicker. And with this Page of Cups, emotionally, there might be a need. I think the root issue is that emotionally, some of you guys might be exploring the potential, maybe with this Ace of Wands, of passion or something new. You might be exploring your own passion for an individual. And as a result of that, you've got this Seven of Pentacles, which means that you've come to some form of a, it's interesting because you've got this Seven of Pentacles and the Three of Cups showing here. Now, the Seven of Pentacles, when you get number 7s, they represent kind of the aces through to number 3s are the beginning cycles of a situation. So somebody's at the start of something. And I can see here the root issue is that you guys might be at the start of something here with this Page of Cups and Ace of Wands. You're just kind of like exploring how you emotionally feel, I feel, for this Ace of Wands, for maybe somebody that you're quite attracted to. You might be emotionally exploring your attraction to another, because the Ace of Wands is about an attraction that you feel towards another individual. So it might be that you're emotionally exploring an attraction that you have to another individual. And as a result of that, you guys might be evaluating whether, with the Three of Cups, can I have a friendship with this person? Three of Cups is about friendship, and the Seven of Pentacles is literally looking at kind of, should I invest? Should I put my time into maybe this friendship with this individual? Because the challenge is the Eight of Swords, Pisces. And let's see what comes up with the Eight of Swords. Well, we've got this Seven of Wands here. I feel that mentally, Seven of Wands means to be against. So I feel that mentally you're against something here with a particular person, all right? And I feel it could be because it's possibly you guys, because this is either the external factors or this is really the you now position. So if this is you guys, it might be that you're in a relationship, Ten of Pentacles. Might be for some of you guys, you're actually got children, you're married, you're settled. It could also be with this Empress card, you're in a very kind of settled, nurturing, loving household, for example. And the root issue is, it could be that you're exploring an attraction with another individual. How do you emotionally feel? You might be exploring, there might be a younger person. Pages are often younger people who come to you with a lot of kind of sexual energy. So there might be that there's somebody, some of you guys might already be in a relationship, very settled relationship, and it might be the root issue is that you're, you know, you've got somebody, this Page of Cups, might be a younger lover that's approached you, that's got a lot of kind of energy, sexual energy about them. They're very sexually attractive. They're, you know, approaching you in a very kind of sexual, not sexualized, but there's a lot of sexual energy that they're bringing forth to you. And as a result of that, you possibly need to, or are evaluating the Seven of Pentacles, this friendship with the Three of Cups, or whether to invest in this friendship. Because your challenge is the Eight of Swords. And it might be, for some of you guys, you might fall trapped, possibly with a non-responsive lover. So maybe this is where this, sorry, I just itched my boob there, I do apologise. This might be where, you know, it seems like you're in, some of you guys might be in a good relationship with that energy there. But for some reason, somebody seems to, in the month of May, or even going on before that, may have approached you, and there might be a real flicker, a real attraction between the both of you, I feel here, Pisces. But I feel that you're kind of saying, you know, is this something that I should really be investing in? Can I invest in this thing? Okay, can I invest in this friendship? Should I be investing in it as purely a friendship? Because it might be that, you know, the Eight of Swords mentally, it might be that your ideas, it could be that they're holding you back from doing anything. Because the Seven of Wands often means to reject. And it means to say no. So it might be that Eight of Swords mentally you're feeling a little bit restricted. And that's leading on to the Seven of Wands. Because the Seven of Wands says, I can't do anything about the situation. So it might be that you feel there's nothing that you can do about the situation. The best case scenario is, or the most likely outcome in the first 2 weeks of May is the Magician, Pisces. And let's just get what we get with the Magician. Well, you know, if you make things happen, it could lead on to a big change because you've got this Wheel of Fortune. The Magician often means to make something happen. And the Wheel of Fortune can say, well, you know what, if you do it, if you start to make something happen here, there could be with the Wheel of Fortune. But it doesn't also mean change with the Wheel of Fortune. Wheel of Fortune can mean consequences too. Because the Wheel of Fortune moves around all of the time. So the Wheel of Fortune's always doing this. Where it stops, nobody knows. Sometimes it stops for good, sometimes not so good. So it's almost like if you do something here, you're kind of playing with a little bit of fire for some of you guys, I feel, with this Wheel of Fortune energy. The immediate future shows you guys contemplating the need to use your intuition and use your deeper emotional knowledge to decipher exactly what's happening around this situation. And I feel that what it is that you have sought knowledge on around this situation, emotional knowledge on, it's brought a certain amount of awakening to you with this Judgment energy. And that's why you'll experience the King of Wands and the Ten of Wands. So it could be that there is a person here that you recognise brings great burdens to the relationship. This King of Wands can be a fire sign person, male or female, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But with the Ten of Wands, it could be, because it's a number 10, the 10 represents somebody's coming to the end of a cycle, a very difficult cycle. So for some of you guys, it might be with a certain person you're recognising that you're coming to the end of a cycle with this individual. Because your hopes are the world and... yeah, you want success. The world is to enjoy the most success that brings happiness, contentment. So your hopes are for absolute happiness and complete contentment, I feel, with that Nine of Cups. And the outcome shows the King of Swords and... I feel that there's clarity that you need to focus maybe on what's tangible within your life. If it's a workplace thing, then the focus will be the clarity. With the King of Swords, this King of Swords detaches himself. So if it's an emotional thing, you'll detach yourself emotionally and you'll just concentrate on your work. I'm going to go through the reading again, and we're going to just, you know, get it down pat for you. So in the month of May 2017, Pisces, I feel that some of you guys, the external factors, the you now shows some of you guys being in a really kind of nice setup situation with this Empress and the Ten of Pentacles, which is why it's leading to the present situation where there seems to be concern Okay, some of you guys, it might be that you're carrying many things, many weights, many, you know, the Nine of Wands can also mean that you're carrying many pressures on you. Nines and tens, because they're wands and they deal with many, many pressures that somebody might be carrying, Pisces. It might be that some of you guys are dealing with many things. There's concern over that. Remember, the moon is a highly emotional card, Pisces. It's your card, and it's a card that, you know, really does require you to seek a solution to an issue, because you can't see clearly with this. Emotions are very much clouding a situation here. So the focus of the month, I think, is that emotions are very much clouding a situation, and it could be that you're dealing with many things with that Nine of Wands. The pressure is building up as well with the Nine of Wands. It could be that, you know, emotions are clouding a situation and pressure is building up with the Nine of Wands. But it could also be, when you get these two cards together, it can be that there's deceit around you as well. And you're very aware of it with the Nine of Wands. You're very on your guard. So it's about battening down those hatches in May 2017, Pisces. And just being kind of very much aware that not everything that, you know, appears one way is that way. Because that's what the Moon card is. The Moon card would suggest that, you know, you can see things by one certain light, but in another light it might not be so. And I think that, you know, because this is the card of deceit and things that are hidden from us with the moon, it could be with the Nine of Wands, you're going to need to be on your guard around that, because you guys are in a good situation here. So maybe there's somebody else who's doing something. Maybe. Because in the you now position, it should show some of you guys, this is you now, this is how you guys are in May. You should be in a happy relationship for some of you guys. But for some reason, as a result of that happy relationship, there is, with the Moon card, deceit and being aware of that. Because the root issue is this Page of Cups. Page of Cups is to flirt. It's flirtatiousness. It's to explore young feelings. Pages are always young. They're not numerical cards. They're court cards, okay? Numerically, it's a number 11, yes. But we don't treat them really as numerical cards. It's the pip cards that are numericals, you know. The 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10s. Okay, so we would see this basically as a very young stage within the tarot with that page. So the Page of Cups is about developing feelings. With the Ace of Wands, though, because it's an ace, it's passion, it's sexual energy, it's fire energy, but it's the start of it here. It's not escalating, it's the start. So it's almost like a flicker. I would look at these two cards and think that there was a young romance or something passionate that was starting up here, but it needs more exploration, which is why it might be that some of you guys, you know, and it might be also that maybe for some of you guys, it might be that you've got a partner and you're thinking, because it doesn't make any sense to me that you guys are here. This is you, Ten of Pentacles and Empress. You seem to be in a pretty good position there. But the root issue is this Page of Cups and Ace of Wands. It could also be, though, that maybe this is you guys. Maybe, you know, you're in a good position here, Ten of Pentacles and the Empress. The root issue is you might have been approached by a particular person here. There's a lot of energy, a lot of fire between you guys. Needs more exploration. And that's why in the present you're a little bit moody, or a little bit, your natural logic is very, very cloudy here. With the Nine of Wands, it's almost like you're on your guard against being deceitful or against doing something here, because the recent past shows that you've been doing, or there's a lot of consideration with this Seven of Pentacles around the Three of Cups energy. So could be, are you considering, for example, a love triangle, an affair, for example, for some of you guys? Or, you know, are you evaluating whether a partner is having an affair, that type of thing, in the month of May 2017, Pisces, with these cards here? Or are you just evaluating whether it's worth just investing in a friendship with a particular person? Your challenge is this Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is about mental restrictions and also mental confusion. It could be with the Seven of Wands. Now, the Seven of Wands shows somebody who's rejecting an individual. So it might be some of you guys are confused because maybe this person that you've been messing around with, I'm not saying messing around, but flirting with, it might mean that they've got some limitations. So maybe, just maybe, you're confused by the person who's messing around, the person who's approached you. So if this person here, we've got this Page of Cups and the Eight of Wands, to me this is, you know, young, flirtatious, sexual energy, but it's still very small. It's still at the starting blocks, and it could be the challenge is that maybe you're confused because this person has a cut-off point. Maybe there's somebody that you've been flirting with, but you don't know exactly what it is that they want. The best case scenario right now, in the first 2 weeks, is this Magician. Now, it could be saying, for me, when I look at the Magician is about starting something, because the Magician is a creator and it manifests. So it could be saying that if you did start something with this Magician, it might be with the Wheel of Fortune that you don't know where it's going to go. Because even though we like to look at the Wheel of Fortune as being a lucky card, Wheel of Fortune also says that we don't know where it's going to stop. Because the Wheel of Fortune, the energy of the Wheel... I mean, a lot of people look at tarot and say, you know, well, the mages, they're out of your control. They're always out of your control, the mages are. But no, they're not. They aren't. You know, they're not. They're not. They're really not. Cards like the Wheel of Fortune can definitely, because this is often where something hits you by surprise, or something is, you know, being worked on by the universe and not necessarily by you. So usually this is something that is deemed, or this is something that's fated. And the Wheel of Fortune is a card that speaks of things that are going round and round and round and round, and where you stop, you don't know where it's going to stop. It's a card of 50-50. It's a card of up and down. It doesn't need to be in the reverse. In the reverse, it usually means that you're in a time of bad luck. Luck is not flowing, or things are not flowing. In the upright, this is where things are just consistently going round and round and round like this, Pisces. So it could be saying with the Wheel of Fortune, well, if you start something, you really don't know what you're getting into with that Wheel of Fortune. It can also mean that you need to take control if you want to bring in whatever this change is, potentially. I feel in the immediate future, Pisces, and we read the Queen of Cups as you, because you're water, that you guys, Queen of Cups means to think, but think in terms of emotionally wise, not like a Queen of Swords thinking. It's really to delve deep and let your intuition. So this is the lady that needs to derive some form of knowledge based on her experience. So the Queen of Cups, all the queens are stooped in experience. That's how they gain their knowledge. But the knowledge that they gain is basically in relation to what their suits are. So you get a Queen of Cups, and this is about finding the emotional knowledge, okay? Find your inner truth. This is what the Queen of Cups really is. It's about finding the inner truth, because the inner truth will set you free with the Judgment card. Judgment card means to be set free, and it means to be released, okay? Because with the Judgment card, this is why I say with the tarot, why it's so beautiful is because we can look at the cards in a multitude, and I mean a multitude of ways, all right? It's not always in, you know, the one way that we look at something. We look at it in a multitude of ways. So the Judgment card means to be revived. It means a renewal of something here, but it also means to be able to smell the fresh air again. It's like coming up for air. This is what Judgment is. So I feel that this card with the Queen of Cups is really saying, in the immediate future, the second 2 weeks, you're going to find your inner truth. And as a result of that, I feel that you're going to be able to breathe again around this situation. Because I feel that what you'll experience is this person here, this King of Wands. But I feel that you're going to be very pressured. You're going to recognise that there is pressure around this individual, whoever this individual is. And what you're hoping for is to have a successful conclusion to this situation in which you can feel happy again around this situation, Pisces, okay? And the outcome shows you emotionally, I feel, with this King of Swords, detach yourself. I feel that you focus on the situation in terms of mental clarity and mental truth and mental assertion. So when you're a King of Swords, you assert yourself. And I think you're going to assert yourself by the end of May. And you're going to focus on the Eight of Pentacles. And the Eight of Pentacles, when you're focusing on this, you're focusing on what works. So for some of you guys, say for example, this was a workplace romance, I don't think that you'd go for it. I think you would focus on your life as it is. And I feel that you would focus on the things that are working within your life. I do not feel that you will focus on a situation that doesn't seem to be bearing fruit, or that you're simply not sure of. Because I'm getting a lot of kind of umming and ahhing for Pisces over the next, you know, month, May. And I think that you just come to a conclusion. But it's based on rationale rather than emotion. We can see in the centre of the reading that you're very much in it. This is either that you are, you know, facing a deceitful situation and you're very much on your guard about it, or it could be that emotions are clouding your judgment here, all right? And with the Nine of Wands, I feel that you're very much on tenterhooks around that, okay? We go to the immediate future, though, which shows you guys really coming into your own with this Queen of Cups emotionally. So the emotions now serve you. But the brilliant thing with the Queen of Cups energy, it's not just about being emotionally intelligent, all right? Or just about being emotional. It's about intelligence. And emotional intelligence is where we emotionally can look at a situation, but it's also combined with the thought process, what makes sense. So emotional intelligence is what makes sense emotionally to us. and what makes sense emotionally to you, how you fathom whatever this situation is, it gives you that air. It helps you to release something that you had been suppressing, because the Judgment card means suppressing something and then being able to release it. All right, but that comes through the Queen of Cups energy, which is relying on your intuition. Okay, because you haven't been looking at your intuition here, Pisces, in the center of the reading with this moon and the Nine of Wands. Too much emotion clouding this situation, and it's causing too much pressure, I feel, with this Nine of Wands. But I feel as a result of, you know, the areas that we look at, or I certainly look at within my Celtic crosses that I do, is I always look at the immediate future, which is the Queen of Cups and the Judgment card. Intuition sets you free with that Judgment card. We then have a look at, well, what is it setting you free? What's happening around this? Well, the intuition is that this individual here is pressurizing you, or they're too much of a burden to carry. And the outcome shows King of Swords and Knight of Pentacles. Mentally assertive. As a result of that mental assertion, you're just going to focus on the tangible things. Being practical. You'll also, I feel, with this King of Swords energy of mental assertion, you'll be practically applying that. What are you applying it to, though? Let's get another card with that. Because this person's working on something, and I want to see what they're working on. So what are you working on? Basically, I think that you're taking your thoughts and you are putting it into practice with that Eight of Pentacles. We've got another one, Queen of Swords. I feel that here, you know, you've got this King of Swords here. And the King of Swords is the card that says, well, I'm being mentally assertive. So I think that you're asserting yourself, and that assertion you're putting into practice here. And that practice is basically around the Queen of Swords, where you're cutting something out. Queen of Swords means to cut out. So I think that you're working on cutting something out, because the Eight of Pentacles means to work on, and the Queen of Swords means to cut things out. So I feel that your mental assertion is saying, I need to cut something out here. And that's what you're going to be working to do in the month of May 2017. So I hope that reading made sense to you, okay? Just remember quickly again, you guys seem to be in a happy situation, which is why you're allowing it's a good situation here, but as a result of that, you're feeling very cloudy emotionally. And with that Nine of Wands, I feel that it's putting you on edge. I think that somebody might have been flirting around you, Page of Cups and the Ace of Wands, but you know it can't last, because you're evaluating, you know, well, if I'm with someone, is this going to be an affair? Three of Cups, three-way relationship. Could it be a friendship, perhaps, that maybe I'm evaluating putting, you know, my time and effort into? Could be because with the Eight of Swords, you're confused. Maybe the person that's flirting with you has limits on the relationship with the Seven of Wands. You might also be confused as to what to do about it. Do I block this person out? Do I allow them in? Best case scenario right now is if you guys are tempted by anything in the month of May 2017, the Magician is saying beware, because whatever it is that you create has consequences possibly out of your control with that Wheel of Fortune. Therefore, in the immediate future, there will be the need to use your intuition to come up with a resolution with the Judgment energy. Because what comes in is that the realization is that there is a person around you who's putting a bit of pressure on you. And what you want is closure and happiness with that World and the Nine of Cups, Pisces. And the outcome is you'll be mentally assertive. You'll be applying that assertiveness with the Eight of Pentacles to cutting something out of your life. Now, this could also be a work thing, for example. It might be something to do with work, just something to do with something in your life that's not love. It doesn't have to be love at all, okay? So it might be that some of you guys are just purely settled in your day-to-day routine. Ten of Pentacles and the Empress card. There's, you know, there's happiness here, basically. Maybe you're discussing something that you're developing here. Ten of Pentacles can be to discuss, and the Empress card can be to develop. So it might be that you're discussing some form of a development in a situation. But it might be as a result of that with the Moon card. There's a lot of emotional problems or emotional worry around the amount of stuff that you've got to do, or the amount of responsibilities you have with that Nine of Wands. And that's because in the distant past you might have had a new creative idea that you were developing with the Ace of Wands as well. And as a result of that, it might be that you have been evaluating, you know, maybe the Three of Cups, do I need more help? Do I need more support on this? Because I feel that you can't see that maybe with the Eight of Swords, or you're frustrated maybe with the Eight of Swords. I don't know what this Seven of Swords is, because it's not having, it might be having to do things by yourself, because maybe people are not completely in favour of what you're doing, or whatever the case might be with that. Best case scenario is that the, you know, if this is anything other than love, then it might be, you know, take control, because it could lead to something really good with this Wheel of Fortune. The immediate future shows you guys, especially if it's anything creative you're working on here. I think with the Judgment card, it's going to give you a new lease of life. But I feel that what you'll experience coming in, Pisces, if it's something else, is that you need to work on your confidence. Because the King of Wands means to, you know, work on your leadership skills. And that might be something that you struggle with. So it might be with the Ten of Wands that, you know, you're nearly there, but you're really needing to work on your confidence. Especially if there's something that you're, you know, having to do all on your own and it's pretty difficult. Your hopes will be for success and happiness with the Nine of Cups. And the outcome shows, I feel with the King of Swords, again, it's a card of being mentally assertive. The ability, it helps you to work on whatever this thing is with the Eight of Pentacles, and perhaps helps with focusing on, you know, Queen of Swords is about focus as well. So it could be with the Eight of Pentacles and the King of Swords that maybe the King of Swords is about mental assertiveness, being mentally assertive, maybe to work on something here in terms of the Queen of Swords and working hard and complete and utter focus, or just, you know, being completely confident, whatever that situation is. So I feel that, yeah, within love, if it's love, there's something you're not going to be doing with someone. Somebody has grabbed your eye, but it doesn't seem like a good idea, I feel, for Pisces. If it might be a working situation, something that you're working on here, there might be a little bit of a lack of confidence. Might be that you want to stay within the status quo of where you are, but you have to come out of the shell. It might be that you're pondering whether you should be working on this thing with others, but I feel that, you know, what will occur within the first 2 weeks is that you guys will muster up the confidence to do something by yourself. I feel that your intuition, and I also feel that, you know, if it's something creative, it's going to give you a new lease of life. I do feel that some of you guys might need to work on your confidence or leadership skills, but I feel in the outcome you're going to be feeling a lot more confident, whatever this situation is, around in the month of May 2017, by the end of it. That is your reading. Let's get your angel answers card here and see what this is about. So, Universe Spirit, just show me, what is the advice that you have for Pisces in the month of May 2017? What is the advice you have for Pisces? What is the advice that you have for Pisces? Show me what the advice is that you have for Pisces in the month of May 2017. Show me. It's telling you to let go. Wow. It's telling you to let go. Let's have a look what the booklet says about that. Interesting. Okay, LMNO. Okay, the time has come to let go of this situation. Stop focusing on how or when it will be solved, or even why it occurred. Relationships that are unhealthy, and I'm seeing something that's unhealthy here. Relationships that are unhealthy or unfulfilling should be released in order to allow something better to come along. And I'm definitely seeing you guys releasing something. We've got it with the Judgment card here, and the recognition that something's just causing too much hassle, that King of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Don't worry, God and your angels have everything under control, Pisces. A key aspect to manifesting your desires is to ask for what you want and then release it to heaven. So maybe this is it as well. Best case scenario, remember the Wheel of Fortune is not within our control most of the time. So this is really a card about fate and destiny with this Wheel of Fortune. So maybe with the Magician, it's saying that magic or manifestation, what you want with the Magician card, it's destined for you. So let it go. Don't worry about it. You don't need to hold on so much. So the Wheel of Fortune is a card about destiny, and the Magician card is a card about manifestation. So manifestation, things starting to occur within your life while it's destined. So don't worry about it. You don't have to push so hard. If you're drawn to this card, you may be holding on too tightly to the way your dreams will unfold. Make a wish and then leave the rest to the angels. And that's why this could be literally a very important area, that Magician and the Wheel of Fortune. Because the Wheel of Fortune is often a card about destiny. It's what's fated, it's what's meant for you. And with the Magician card, it's almost like saying that your dreams, your hopes, your faith, your, you know, the need to manifest something within your life. Well, with the Wheel of Fortune, it's saying, well, it's destined for you. It will come when you least expect it as well with the Wheel of Fortune. Because the Wheel of Fortune often shows things that turn up when you least expect it. So that's really good advice. It's just saying, especially in terms of relationships, problems with relationships, especially if it's somebody that you are interested in, but it just seems that there's some problem, and the problem could be here as well. You might be confused, could be by this person's actions with that Seven of Wands. It's saying, you know, and especially as some of you guys might be focusing emotionally on this situation, you know, you might be feeling that or sensing that there's some deceit going on with that Moon and the Nine of Wands. It could be because the challenge is you're confused. It could be because this person seems a little bit to leave you at arm's length with that Seven of Wands. It's saying, you know what, just leave it, okay? Because the Queen of Cups is to trust internally, and that will give you some form of a release here. So just leave the situation, let go of it, and by the end of May, you'll see that things should turn out fine, whether you're with this person or not. Okay? That is your reading, Pisces, for the month of April 2017. I would like to say thank you so much for joining me on Carol's Universe, and I'll speak to you guys again in June. Take care.